make Jinnah the first head of the state if he would refuse his demand for Pakistan. He said, you become the first head of state government of independent India. You create the constitution of that India and we will all abide by it. It was a utopian thing. It would not have been accepted by the majority at that time. But it would have been, as in today's parlance, it would have been a masterstroke. Because Jinnah would be dead within 1 year of independence. And his influence would have been.
That's what that narrative continued to say that anyway Jinnah will die in some months.
Yeah. So
if he only.
But Bapu offered it to him. Both Sardar Patel and Nehru refused to accept.
Of course it would have worked, but this is one of the narratives to.
No, but that was that. Bapu publicly offered the prime ministership of India.
Jinnah was the prime minister, lekin South would come in short Mahatma Gandhi.
But that was not acceptable to anyone, not even to Nehru or Patel. So, yes,
sorry,
no.
In the Zero has written 3 volumes of the Constitution, and after Maulana Azad's papers were released after some number of years, he came up with a smaller volume, 4th one, not about the Constitution but about partition. And there he seemed like, from what I can recollect, he says one of the reasons that sort of ratified Jinnah's demand for partition was the betrayal by the Congress of a pact between the Congress and the Muslim League in the provincial elections, where they decided a certain type of seat sharing, where even if the Muslim seats were not enough, they would still give them a place in the assembly.
That was the Rajaji plan which was rejected. That was the Rajaji plan where the Muslims would be given disproportionate representation. But that was not accepted by either Jinnah or by the Congress itself.
But significantly that sort of there was an arrangement, but because Congress got an overwhelming number of seats, they then reneged on that, and then Jinnah sort of said, we will always be like this in a sort of minority.
It wasn't true. The fact is that Jinnah himself could not garner the support of his own community. The community that he claimed to represent did not support him in totality. And so the betrayal was more, he felt, by the Muslims themselves. And so he felt that unless I safeguard the constituency that I have of Muslims, and he was assured the support of the Muslim elite. If you look at the post-partition India, most of the Muslim elite immigrated with Jinnah to Pakistan. And it was the middle and lower classes of Muslim artisans, who said that we don't have any other home country than the country of our ancestors, and we stay in that. So the majority of Muslims didn't go with it. And so even before that, Jinnah had realized this, that even if there was a loaded election, I am not going to get the support of all the Muslims.
So what was the name of the plan that was rejected?
Rajaji.
Raja?
C. Rajgopalachari.
I just like to add here, actually it's true what you said in terms of the 1937.
I'm talking about that, 1937.
So, in that there was a deal between the Congress and the Muslim League that we have so many seats in the cabinet, but the Muslim League got wiped out by the Congress. And the Congress went back on it. Maulana said, no, don't do that. So then Jinnah started on his campaign around 1940. And the other problem was that after 1942, when Gandhi and the Congress leaders were in jail, the Quit India movement, Jinnah had run on the plan. So we had Hindu Mahasabha and Muslim League running Bengal to Punjab and Sindh, which they kind of then did go ahead as they wanted, and the Brits were protecting them in the partition. So by the time Gandhi came to the forefront again, things had, and Nehru, Sardar Patel, they are all given up. Gandhi was totally isolated.
So I was referring, Silva is referring to the 37?
Yeah, exactly.
Which one? The government of India 35
and let's not forget that only 18% of the people of this country could vote. There was no universal franchise. Just 18% landed and the
Also, we must remember that after 1930, Jinnah actually gave up on his politics. He went to England and started practicing over there as a Queen's Counsel and set up his practice and everything. It was only post these elections that the Muslim elite who were feeling disowned, who couldn't accept the leadership of Congress and Gandhi, who wanted a Muslim identity to be kept. These were all Sayyid Ahmad Khan's disciples. And they went to Jinnah and pleaded with him. And that is the time when the British also realized that their years were numbered in India. And they got true to their form, wanted to create a situation to leave behind, a legacy of violence to leave behind. If you look at almost all the colonies that were liberated, they have left behind an unresolvable dispute to continuously harm those colonies. And that those wounds have just kept on festering.